Hello. Hi everybody, it's Pam from Flaunted Fitness UK here. I just wanted to pop in and say hi. I am chatting today just a little bit about my new Core Essentials course that's going to be starting in August. If you are there, pop in and say hello, let me know I'm talking to you.
It's 14 hours.
Oh, it's 14 hours, it's 2 o'clock. So if you have recently had a baby, or you know of somebody who's recently had a baby, or you've had a baby or children and they're a little bit further on, they might be 2 years old, they might be 12 years old, and you feel that since having baby you have experienced things like back pain, weaker core, what a lot of mums say is a mummy tummy, maybe pelvic floor issues or pelvic organ prolapse. This course is ideal because it builds all the foundations of reconnecting the core to re-establish that core connection, because it's totally interfered with through having children, particularly if you have birthed via C-section as well, because you've got scar tissue to contend with there as well. So we go through a 6-week process of focusing on a different aspect which leads to better core function, better pelvic floor function, and you can integrate this into exercise. So for anyone who is a little bit further down the line, who is already in an exercise regime, you don't have to stop what you're doing to do this. You can integrate this into excuse me, your current exercise regime. So basically we go through week to week. So on week 1 we are focusing on that core connection, re-establishing the breath in the pelvic floor and making sure we're getting that basic before we get going. Along with that, we're doing a full body release, so that's the kind of the focus on week 1, is that we do a great release session for the full body, and it's the most viewed video. Everybody loves that. And then on week 2 we focus on posture, so we're thinking about how our posture changes through pregnancy, and then postnatally how it's changed from. So you've got your pre-pregnancy, you've got pregnancy, and then you've got post-pregnancy, and these are like 3 different postures, 3 different bodies, if you like, that you've got. So trying to re-establish the core again through using the postural muscles. So your posture will be changed after having babies, because you're doing a whole, I always say to mums, it's like a whole new range of exercises you're doing in that postnatal period. You're kneeling down, standing up, you're leaning over to pick up car seats, pick up babies, pick up bag here, baby here. You're sitting for prolonged periods of time, whether you're breastfeeding or you're bottle feeding, it doesn't really matter. You are sitting in postures that are going to maybe cause weakness of certain muscles or overactivation of other muscles. So trying to get that balance is what we need. So week 2 we focus on posture, and then week 3 we focus on the glutes. So the glutes are really important for core strength, for posture, basically for the full body. So if you think about the glutes and the pelvis being the centre of the body, so if there's any issues in the centre of the body, then that's probably going to have an effect on the things that are going on above and the things that are going on below, so the upper body and the lower body. Whereas if we get things right in the pelvis, then other areas in the body will respond to that as well. So we're working on glutes on week 3, and then in week 4 we're focusing on lower back, because lower back pain is such a huge thing for postnatal mums. No matter how postnatal you are, if you're 15 years postnatal, I've had people who've got kids that are in their late teens, 18, 19, 20, do this course. So if you are at that stage, it's not that it's too late to do anything, and you've got whatever age you are just now, you can have a long life to lead. So if you are suffering from pelvic pain, from back pain, from pelvic floor issues, then it's never too late to start working on that. We can do all we can to help. And then on week 5 we move on and do more advanced pelvic floor exercises, so that once we've really nailed in those basics and got the foundations working, then we do a wee bit more advanced on the pelvic floor. And then in week 6 we talk about nutrition. That has an effect on your core and your pelvic floor strength as well. So along with each week we do a chat in class, and then we also do the exercise session in class. So the full session is recorded, so if you can't actually make the timings of the sessions, then you still get them recorded. And what I'm doing for this course is I'm doing one-to-one video calls before we start as well. So normally we don't do that because we assess diastasis together when we're in class, but obviously we're not doing that at the moment. So what I'll do is I have a one-to-one call with you, and I send you a self-diastasis. Diastasis is the separation of the abdominal muscles. It doesn't quite come back in after you've had baby. So we do an assessment for that, and we'll do the postural assessment as well. So I'll do all that through video with you, a video call, whether that's through WhatsApp call or it's Facebook. I've got Messenger video as well, so we can do that. And then if you need that again throughout the course, I'm very happy to do that with you as well. I know trying to get a time that fits for everybody is going to be pretty difficult, because people are working at home, and people have got kids around and stuff like that as well, and you can't bring people to a class because we're not there. So I'm looking at 2 different times. I'm looking at a Wednesday at 11 a.m. and I'm looking at a Thursday at 1 p.m. or 12:30 or 1 p.m. Probably 1. Then that means that Nathan should be down that time as well. So a little bit of feedback. Everyone that I have had, quite a lot of people show some interest in this already, so I need to drop you a little message just to see what suits. So I know that I've already got 2 for the Wednesday at 11. So there's 4 of you that I was messaging, and I'll wait to hear back from the others. So we're looking to start on, so the schools go back on Monday the 17th. So if we started on the 19th, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That takes us up to the 23rd of September. Or we could start the following week on the 26th, and that would take us up to the last Wednesday in September or the Thursday. So I'll put the date out, and you can let me know what you think. If you've got any questions about the programme at all, then let me know. Thinking about things like you've birthed a baby, whether you've birthed vaginally or whether you've birthed through caesarean section. Think about if you had been for maybe a shoulder operation, or a knee operation or anything like that. You would have physio to follow up. Pretty much as standard, you should have physio to follow up, whether that's in a group setting or it's personalised physio. After you've had your baby, you get sent on your way. Generally, that's what happens. You get sent on your way. We get asked if we're okay and stuff, and there is certain times that you can get referred to Women's Health Physio through NHS. There is certain times that you can have that, but it tends to be quite a long waiting list, and depending on how your birth process has gone, whether that process is kind of a little bit quicker for you or whether you do have to wait a while if they don't think that there's an issue. But after having such a trauma to the body, not as in a traumatic event, because not all births are traumatic, but when you have trauma to parts of your body, then you should receive follow-up physio for that, because then when you start to go and do buggy boot camps or child-friendly metafits or postnatal Pilates and things like this, that might not be tailored to you. It might not. You might have something underlying there, like some pain underlying, that actually certain exercises aren't very helpful for that and can actually make them worse. So that's what Core Essentials is all around. That is the postnatal rehabilitation that every woman should have after they have a baby. So if you haven't done it, even if your kids are older, I know a couple of you do have kids that are a little bit older that are wanting to do this course as well. So it's going to work just as well for you as it would do for the new mums. So if you do want to join us, we are starting on, as I say, Wednesday the 19th or Thursday the 20th. I'm just going to confirm the dates by the weekend. This is Thursday today, so I'll have it confirmed by the weekend. And I'm going to email out some details on that. So if you're on the mailing list, then you'll get that automatically. If you're not on the mailing list, I did put a wee post on earlier on today about adding that mailing list. Or you can certainly send me your email address and I'll pop you on. Yeah, so if you feel that it's something that you want, it will help to strengthen your core. It will help to reconnect the pelvic floor, the breath and the core, what we call your intrinsic core synergy. It will help your posture. It will help to reduce back pain, reduce pelvic pain. It can help to manage pelvic organ prolapse, and we can work on diastasis recti as well. I hadn't mentioned that at the start, but diastasis is something that a lot of women are affected by, so we work towards that. Yeah, so the class per week, if you do miss the actual class, it's fully recorded. And actually what you do the other 6 days of the week are a little bit more important than actually coming along to class. Class, yes, you'll learn everything, but that's all recorded. But as long as you're doing your homework throughout the week, then you'll see a change coming through as well. So hopefully that kind of gives you a wee bit more information on what we do in Core Essentials. If you've got any more questions about it, don't hesitate to drop me a wee message, and I'll look forward to having you on the course soon. Bye.